All right, let's shift gears right now as we head into the 7 o'clock hour here. It is 7 minutes past the hour, and we're talking about this massive winter storm that's on deck for millions of Americans this weekend. Taking a look at some of the numbers, 175 million people could be in the path of this storm, 35 states, and we're talking about a huge storm, swath of about 2,000 miles, stretches from the East Coast all the way to Texas. Federal leaders already telling people to start getting ready right now. Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem advising folks to stock up ahead of the storm. That includes at least 3 days of food, medication, essentials in case you get stuck in your house and have to ride out the storm. And here are the latest snow models. Everyone's talking about this. You're seeing it all over social media, and these numbers will change. This is the GFS model through Monday. Charleston, 20 inches or more of snow. Knoxville, about 1 inch. That's where the line is right there. Boone, 2 to 3 inches of snowfall. Here in D.C., close to 20 inches, likely closer to the 12 to 13 inch. We're going to likely see some mixing in there as well. And then up to New York, they'll see about a foot of snow or more. Some of the latest projections from meteorologists say some of the biggest snow is going to be here all the way from New York down to D.C. And these are the lists right here of the winter storm alerts and warnings now in place. The pink is the winter storm warning. The rest are the watches and/or advisories. So keep in mind, in the weekend, this is all going to start kicking in on Saturday night into Sunday. We'll keep you up to date, of course, right here in the very latest at the live desk. And you can, too, follow along the story at thenationaldesk.com. Welcome back. We have a couple of live cameras for you right now. One in Chicago, where it's a very chilly start to the day, and Nashville, Tennessee. Tennessee is one state that could see several inches of snow by this weekend. Meteorologists are forecasting another round of heavy snow in the Midwest, while parts of the South are going to see rain, sleet, as well as a pretty big ice storm in the forecast. South Carolina, North Carolina could get in on that. It could be very crippling for millions of Americans. This is what the radar looks like right now. And this is not the main event. Over the next 24 to 48 hours, we'll see all of that really come together. The major event will start on Saturday into Sunday. And this is for specifically Washington, D.C. But I want to show you this because what this is the GFS, the Euro, and different models all coming into agreement. You see on Sunday right here, D.C. could see more than 12 inches of snow if all of this stays specifically like this. Meteorologists have not called for a lock on all of this. These trends will change. There was an overnight tick to the north, so you're going to see some changes, but certainly it is time to prepare as we head into the weekend. Today, get your emergency kit ready. Tomorrow, make some adjustments, follow that forecast closely, and then during the storm, it is going to be ideal to stay off the roads. It's going to be either heavy rain, you'll see icing, and then, of course, north of South Carolina, you could see several inches of snow, if not feet of snowfall in some locations, Jen.
All right, buckle up out there. We are tracking a busy winter weather week as we show you a live look tonight over Nashville, Tennessee and Washington, D.C. here tonight. Two cities now in the direct path of a potentially catastrophic winter storm here, threatening nearly 170 million people across 35 states. So let's zero in here on the latest forecast model for you here. Major snowfall now expected to impact this entire region, stretching across the United States from the West Coast all the way to the mid-Atlantic there, with Washington, D.C. and New York City. They could see up to 2 feet of snowfall by Monday morning. And a paralyzing ice storm is expected to be set, with the main threat across the South, with some seeing up to a ½ inch of ice, which could lead, of course, to widespread power outages in more than a dozen states.
A lot of the crashes we see in these wintry storms or icy conditions tend to be drivers who get in a hurry, start going too fast, not leaving enough following distance.
So experts say you should have an emergency kit. We're talking bottled water, non-perishable food, flashlights, batteries, the whole works, plenty of blankets as well. And you'll want to be sure to check your heating sources, and during the storm, when it hits, avoid all travel unless it is absolutely necessary.